I believe that issues of gender, race, class, ethnicity, differences have nothing and everything to do with effective leadership within organizations. And by that I mean, in terms of nothing, I think that anyone, no matter what their differences, can and are effective leaders, and certainly very effective servant leaders. And we see a huge diversity represented among those folks who are involved with the Greenleaf Center and who are practicing servant leadership in all kinds of organizations, for-profit, non-profit, alike. Having said that, though, I think that those differences are significant, and they're particularly significant because it's important for others within organizations to understand how one's, the deepest part of one's life, whether you're male or female, or black or white, whatever your sexuality may be, all those issues will go into defining in some way who you are. And an important part of organizations, and certainly I think part of what we've seen take place in history in the last 100 years or more now, has been a deeper understanding of those differences and appreciation for those differences. You know, those differences aren't things to be covered over. In fact, I think they are things to be celebrated and recognized. And by doing that, there's just a greater, richer tapestry that exists within organizations than some sort of, you know, homogenized sense of what one's workforce might be. I think one of the great things about diversity and diversity training in the last 20 years or so has been the possibilities of understanding and appreciating those differences. And it's not always easy, particularly if you are in a majority culture, which, well, I think that's changing. You know, traditionally, certainly here in this country, being a white male has been, you know, considered the majority type, if you will. I'm not happy with how I said that.
Certainly in here, in this country, you start right there.
In this country, traditionally, I think white males have had some of the more difficult challenges in recent years to understand and appreciate cultural differences. But I see really that we're in a changing environment, and one in which diversity of all kinds has greater acceptance, and people are coming to recognize that it just makes for a better workplace and a far more interesting workplace. I just really enjoy the diversity that exists within the Greenleaf Center family, if you will, of members and customers, people I have had a chance to meet both domestically and increasingly internationally. I might add that there is a growing movement of servant leadership internationally now. There are many books and essays being translated into other languages, and as that is taking place, we're seeing interesting differences as well as similarities in different cultures with different languages around the world as they view servant leadership, and we're learning from one another. Using the Greenleaf Center as an example, we have now a total of 10 offices scattered around the world, and we have people from Asia, Africa, Europe, Australia, other places who are coming together, and part of the great rich learning for me has been learning from others and learning how servant leadership is viewed in different cultures. So I think it's important. Diversity is important. It has, it should not have any constraining aspect to it in terms of keeping anyone from being able to be an effective leader and an effective servant leader. And certainly the positive force of it is is very profound for the learning that we can have.